just some highlights. Reminding you that Phantasmagoria was able to pull off the victory over Nico. Schwennigan able to win against Reza. Um, kind of interesting game. Right here we see the just straight prowess of Schwennigan and a really crappy triple pick coming from Reza. Schwennigan just able to outmaneuver his opponent and predict his opponent's moves aptly, and with an incredible income bonus, Schwennigan was able to win easily. Um, and then the other semifinal game that we did not cover was Hedja versus Timinator. Um,
Pretty fast game.
a really, really fast game. Only 5 turns, Timinator able to best his opponent. It looks like Hedja here was going for the 2-turn bonus of Central America, which did not end up in his favor with Timinator in South America, and also Hedja in Indonesia, Timinator in East China, leaving Timinator with a safe bonus in Scandinavia, just allowing him that overwhelming positioning and income advantage, and we see Timinator just dominating. Um, so which leaves us with Schwennigan versus Phantasmagoria and HHH versus Timinator in the semifinals.
Semifinals.
Quite interesting matchups. I'm hoping that we only go through one of them, which I would like to go through the HHH versus Timinator. I know we've gone through 3 HHH games now, but
They're all fun to watch.
But last tournament we went through 3 Schwennigan games because it just depends on the matchups. Because HHH play quite interesting matchups throughout this entire tournament that we just cannot ignore what's going on here. So, believe it's Mythonian and I going to
Yep.
be
I'll go ahead
doing
and step
HHH
up.
versus Timinator.
Yep. And so let me pull that game up. Been trying not to spoil it actually makes it noticeably harder to pull up the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Reza. I know I said crappy, but it was just you never really want to do triple picks like that, especially with the board that you had. The triple pick was really just not that great. Um, so as we can see here in Timinator versus HHH, this board is perhaps uh, the one that I like the most out of all of them so far
Yeah.
because it makes such an interesting uh, pick. You see, Russia is dead,
Oh yes.
completely
And
dead,
China.
and China's dead, which leaves the focus down to Africa and Americas,
Yep.
which, and also you could go for Antarctica and Australia, making Australia safe, which would be interesting to do, although Australia is kind of slow. Um, I also see that you could go with the Central America, South America pick and get that pretty easily. The only 1-turn pick would be North Africa and West Africa. That's a 1-turn, but it's a very, very lucky 1-turn,
Huh?
I think.
How's it a one turn?
Oh wait, you're not going to be able to. Huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, it is
Unless
because
you're like hitting with twos or something.
you'd have to hit all with threes.
I don't think you can. You can do one
Seven
three
seven.
there and then
If you split it
two
7-7.
threes there. You would have to hit one with a two.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's not 1 turn.
Yeah, the only one turn is
Sucks.
Antarctica that I can see.
And which is not an efficient one
Yeah.
because you picked South Africa. So
Or you can choose Argentina.
oh yeah, you can. Huh. So obviously all the movement coming here, Americas and Africa,
Yep.
which is probably going to make this a quick game, I would think. As we can see at top, it only goes 9 turns.
Hey, that's a spoiler.
No, it
I know, I'm
that's
joking.
not really a spoiler. All right.
Okay, so looking at the picks, we have Timinator going Argentina, and then Pakistan, Georgia. Interestingly enough, he's going to focus in Caucasus.
Huh. That's actually I didn't see that, but you can definitely yeah, this is definitely an interesting pick cycle because he's anticipating that his opponent is going to be focused with the Africas and Americas, that he's decided to make, you know, the safe choices.
Yeah.
And this is this could work out for him very well. Let's see what HHH goes for. I don't agree with the 4 and 5 pick that Timinator does,
Oh,
using that South Africa bonus because it is the most inefficient bonus on the map in terms
yeah,
of.
exactly. Huh, interestingly, with HHH, he had the same idea with Caucasus, except he put them on higher priority 1 and 2 instead of 2 and 3,
Oh,
and then 3 in
so
Argentina. So nearly the same idea.
wow.
In,
Wish
in fact, all 6 of his picks are the exact same. It's just in a different order.
hilariously enough, everything that I just said in the beginning was completely discredited. So obviously, both opponents not really putting too much focus in the Americas. This
Yeah.
is,
Oh, and I think the reason why they went for South America was more as a counter for Antarctica.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, it seems they both did that. That's number 5.
huh? This
Yeah, yeah, Intimidator just said that in the chat, so.
completely overlaps. So both players should. Well, one player might know all the positions. They both might know 2 of the positions.
We'll, we'll just have to see how this works out. Yeah. This is going to be
because
full
I,
contention.
because I forget exactly what the rules are of overlapping completely. Because I've seen sometimes a second pick for somebody will overlap somebody else's first pick. So
Hmm,
the rules for that are
hmm.
very
That's
weird.
interesting.
I've asked Visor about it at least once, I think, and I don't remember what his reply was.
Well, it works the same way as just orders normally. It's random who goes first, and then they get their first pick, and then the other person gets
Yeah.
their next highest ranking pick. If it's not 1, then they get 2. And
So
then it goes back and forth like that.
so yeah, this is a really good showcase of, exactly how overlapping picks work.
So we'll see how it works out this time.
I know that
HHH getting his first, fourth, and fifth picks.
which gives him pretty good information of where his opponent is going to be.
Yeah, he knows that he's in Georgia and Argentina. Timinator, conversely, has his first, third, and sixth picks, so he knows all 3 of HHH's locations.
All right. Well, HHH has the option of getting Antarctica the first turn. Although knowing that his opponent in Argentina, I don't know if he's going to try for that.
Yeah, and he also knows that he's in Georgia, so really, it's like he doesn't really have a good way to expand except maybe Southeast Asia.
And that's going to be very slow.
Yeah. I mean,
Obviously, Timinator with the advantage over picks right here and positioning, able,
I wonder what
able
Timinator
to.
would try to expand as.
I would go
Maybe
with West Africa
West
because
Africa. Maybe, he could also
West
try
Africa
South America. Maybe move to Nigeria and use that to help in Brazil.
that that's another option that he can pick. Um, the reason why I say West Africa is I think some of his picks overlap to the point that he knows that West Africa is uh, pretty much something that HHH does not know.
Possibly, yeah, he should know that indeed. So yeah, that's an unknown area. So HHH won't really counter that as he would try to counter South America.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think. Um, and Schwennigan going, I hate luck. Yeah,
Yep. Huh.
yeah. This
HH.
is just how luck goes sometimes. Sometimes it goes way in your favor. Sometimes not at all.
Yeah. HHH still deciding to focus on South Pole. He decides to hit Sipple first move with 8. Really the
Huh?
best move he could have made if he was going to go for that.
Because we see that Timinator is going to run into that.
Yeah, he tried to make it his first move, but Heyheuhei got his first move in first.
So
So,
not only did Heyheuhei get the first pick, but Heyheuhei also got the first move.
yes.
So
Unfortunately for Timinator.
yeah, but this is not very this part is not very game changing yet
Yeah.
because Timinator does not lose too much over the collision, and it looks like HHH is still in a pretty bad position to counter Timinator.
Yep. And Timinator does indeed seem to be focusing at least a little bit in West Africa more than anywhere else.
Hmm.
And they put everything to in that contention Sipple in Argentina.
Hmm.
Uh, he tries to work on India a little bit, really, but doesn't quite get India. Gets denied in there.
Hmm. Yeah. So it's yeah, HHH. This is the only move he could have gotten, um, because he just did not have the opportunity to uh, finish Antarctica. And at this point, I think Timinator gains a pretty good advantage. I think some people might say that this is the first turning point of the game to where it tips into Timinator's favor. But as we've seen before, HHH defies laws of physics and decides that
Yep.
whoever has the advantage does not matter.
But turn 2, Timinator gets the card piece. HHH does not. And now instead of 4-1, it's 5-1 in Argentina to Sipple. So it's like if Timinator puts everything there again, he can't defend against it this turn. It'll be 9 attacking 6. And that
So
will be his odds.
yet again, we see HHH not even caring whether or not he loses the card advantage. It just was unlucky for him not to get India.
Yeah.
But it's funny because it's a lucky and unlucky game for HHH. Because even though he got his first pick and his first move, he still did not get the picks that he really wanted, and he's just at such a disadvantage at this point. Um, as we see HHH giving up in
Antarctica.
Antarctica. Timinator, expecting HHH to give up in Antarctica, does not put as much into Argentina and starts focusing on West Africa. And as we can see, the second point of conflict is going to happen when Timinator goes to finish West Africa and spots HHH in South Africa, which is going to really mess with HHH because now his only good bonus is going to come from Southeastern Asia. Neither opponent has a bonus coming into turn 3, which does
Very
not happen
rare.
often.
Yeah. Huh. And then, yeah, HHH deciding to blockade in Novo to protect him in South Africa, but he also finds out that he's in Congo, and then he got that bonus. So that's
Oh
just like
man,
that's just shattering right there. Oh,
man, need some ice for that. HHH
mm,
had an insult to injury right
oh
there.
yeah. And then him being one turn ahead in the cards this next turn.
Is going to be reinforcements. Oh man.
Yeah, not only that, but he's also going to move into Iran. It looks like, yep, Iran. Oh. And now he's threatening in Pakistan.
Oh
So it's
man,
just like insult
HHH.
after insult to this injury.
Oh man, HHH, you poor HHH. I can't believe I'm saying that. Man, he should have surrendered right there.
He's trying his hardest. He wants to get into a position to threaten West Africa. He was hoping that he would hit down into Botswana so he could come from Kenya. I mean,
Mm.
but unfortunately he just sat there in Congo and only hit with 2.
Which was a very safe move for Timinator.
Yeah.
Man. And Timinator almost. He's going to be able to get South America next turn.
Yep. So
As
he's
we can
just
see, he
working
only has
farther and
to
farther ahead.
use 8 of his armies to guarantee South America. Obviously, he's not going to do that. One of them's at least 1 or 2 of them are going to be 4s. Yep. So he decides to go with all 4s, which, all right, that's understandable because he's still in the lead anyways.
Yep. And Terminator able to get South America
It seems that
transformed.
HHH is desperately trying to find a way to hit. Oh, I see what Timinator is doing. He deployed those extra troops to delay his moves coming up here. Of course, they don't work, and HHH is able to pull off his order delay, but not able to do any damage there. Intimidator with that luck, able to get South America with all 3s.
Yep.
Dang.
And then, that next turn, just putting a whole bunch in Iran, more than HHH expected, and with an order delay on top of that, ends up taking Pakistan.
Ouch. And right there is good game.
Yep, HHH
Man,
surrendering there. He put up a good fight, tried to come back from a really bad position at the start. Not quite able to, though.
yeah.
So, good game, HHH. Congratulations, Timinator, for advancing to the final round.